Hi, I'm Jeff, the Ham Radio Newbie. Welcome to the Ham Radio Newbie. I'll tell you, one of the things I found most frustrating as a new user is how do I know that anybody can hear me? I can hear folks, that's easy. But how do I know if anyone can hear me? Now, obviously, if you call CQ and they come back, that's great. Everything's working great. But even still, how do I tell where I'm radiating to? How do I tell who can hear me and where? So over the next several videos, I'm going to go through a bunch of different ways to see who can hear me, who can find me. Today, we're going to look at one of the ones that I like the most because it shows me where in the world I can be heard, not in a specific location. What it does is it uses FT8, and as a matter of fact, let's turn on FT8. And everybody, there are a bunch of stations around the world that are listening on FT8, and they're listening for my call sign. And when they hear it, they report it on something called PSK Reporter. I leave the link to it in the show notes. So basically what I'm doing right now is I'm on FT8, I'm calling CQ, and that is being transmitted in general. Now, today is a perfect day to do this because there just so happens to be an FT8 long distance contest going on, not necessarily DX, but certainly long distance. And here you can see I've already got somebody who's got me, and I'm going to log them right now while we're talking. K2, EC2, HSU. Logging is really important for people who are doing contests because that's how they get credit for it. By the way, these guys are running out of New York. Now, let me show you how we can see where we're being heard. And to do that, I'm going to go to PSK Reporter. PSK Reporter is just a website, so you can get to it with your regular standard browser. And like I said, I'm going to leave the link down below. And what it's showing is these are all of the stations that are hearing me within the last 15 minutes. And I can refresh this. I just refresh it, so it's not going to change much. But it'll show where I can be seen. But this is not all, because I can zoom in and out, and I can see that, hey, I've been heard on whatever island this is on San Juan, Puerto Rico. I can be heard in France. And I can even be heard up here in, no, wasn't heard up there. So this gives you a really quick and easy way to see that your transmissions are getting out and where you're being heard. As we would expect, I'm heard mostly within the continental units. So hope this gives you one good way to start looking. In other videos, I'm going to talk about several other different ways to do it where you can actually hear yourself or see some specifics of where you're going. 73, and good hunting.